Back to reality. Good Lord, back to work after a good weekend in Anaheim. It's back to work. Welcome everyone, it's my daily vlog channel, Eric B's Daily Vlogs. And again, I'm vlogging with an iPhone. Just the whole convenience of not having to go on my computer and upload and edit. I can do it all on my phone. Kind of like it that way. So I have this issue with whole Disneyland. And for you who know us, we've gone to Disneyland several times last year, a few times this year. But this is the first time that we experienced Grad night. If you know what Grad night is, you know what I'm talking about. Now we've been there in the past for Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Memorial Day weekend. We know how busy it gets those times. But man, Grad night was terrible. Disney, you need to change that. So we jumped in line for Haunted Mansion. This is like a for instance, or this is like what happened. We jumped in line Haunted Mansion, probably went about 20 minutes, 45-minute wait time. And then this guy gets on his cell phone and he's like, yes, hurry up, I'm here. So I started saying, better not be at least 20 of you guys over there. And sure enough, Grad night kids, there was about 20 of them, exaggerating a little bit, maybe about 15, but it seemed like 20, who just cut right in front of us to get ahead of the line so they could be first. I mean, granted, it's the happiest place on earth. You're supposed to be calm and respectful, but I thought Disney had a rule that line jumping wasn't permitted. And sure enough, these guys were line jumping, they were swearing, they were acting a fool. And again, you got to ask yourself these questions, like, would they be acting like this if their parents were there? Probably not. And it was really annoying because we were waiting in line and the other guys who came in and cut weren't waiting in line, and they just happened to get there, you know, when their friend called them. So if you've ever been in a Disneyland and you know these lines are long, you know what I'm talking about. Disney needs to change this rule. I mean, back when I went to high school, Grad night, we got there late in the evening and we had the park to ourselves about 4 in the morning. And I know when this whole rant about complaining, but man, this was a day that everybody complained. We went to City Hall that night right after, and everybody was complaining about the same thing. I mean, fast pass lines was ridiculous. I mean, you go to Disneyland, you get a fast pass, you wait about 10-15 minutes. You're still waiting even though it's a fast pass. But man, we were waiting like 45 minutes for a fast pass line. You know, the ride was like 55 minutes on a regular wait, and the fast pass line was 45 minutes. So it was just as bad. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. And like I said, back when I went to Grad night, we went in around 9:30. Weren't allowed to do anything till about 10 when the park closed. And then we had the park to ourselves all night, and we were respectful. These kids don't know what school they came from, don't know what city they came from. They were so disrespectful. I mean, I understand kids will be kids, but come on, don't be that disrespectful. Not at all. I mean, it was annoying. Disney needs to do something about it. We went to City Hall and Main Street right after to complain, and it's funny because there was a lot of other people complaining as well. And the cast member there, really nice cast member, told us to go online, to complain online, and hopefully they don't do this again next year. She said this is something they just started. They did it last year, but it was a little more strict on the time that they were able to come in. They weren't able to come in till an hour before the park closed. I mean, they had the park to themselves till like 4 a.m. So having them come in early, that's just annoying. It's annoying on our end. It's annoying as, you know, the people who planned their vacation around this weekend, or last weekend, and just to be bombarded by kids because of Grad night. Disney did do a good job, and they said it was on their calendar, but how many of us looks at Disney's calendar to see if they're busy or not before we make our trip? None of us do. We plan our trip, then we go, right? Then we find out later on, man, it was a terrible experience. Like, this was the worst Disney experience we've had. We went a lot last year, and we didn't have a lot of bad experiences. This was the worst. It was unexpected. Didn't know they were going to be there. If we knew they were going to be there, we would have waited a week. But after talking to the cast members at City Hall, they said they're going to be there till about mid-June. And they're not going to be there every night. There's going to be some nights they're not going to be there. So advice to people going out to Disneyland within now until like mid-June, go Monday through Thursday, because Grad Night's only going to be there Friday and Saturday. And hopefully by next year they change things out. Hopefully they realize, you know, we're going to lose a lot of angry customers, a lot of angry guests. And there was a lot of angry guests. I mean, like I said, City Hall, I wasn't the only one that was arguing. There was other people that were arguing about it. Alright guys, that's my rant for the day about Disney. Don't get me wrong, we'll still go, we'll still visit. It's just the way they did it this year was kind of terrible. They didn't really think about it or think it through. And hopefully, like I said, by next year, things are a little bit better. They get things worked out. Alright guys, vlog is ended. Go in peace.